What's up, y'all? It's Drifter from Team Legacy, and today plans for Crew 2 drifting at Airport Terminal D. Figured I would be trying to give some try to give some tips and maybe some tricks on how you can improve your drifting on this course. And I do apologize if there is a background noise. I'm saying it's not a fan because my room is hot as balls, and yeah. But so, basically, drifting on the Crew 2. There is, I want to say, a slight learning curve for drifting in this game, but like it's not super terrible, man. Like the drifting is like super, you know, I want to say, it's easy for me. I mean, but I do play a lot of racing games, but for me, I mean, this game does have like some pretty smooth drift physics, and you know, it should be, you know, kind of, you know, easy to pick up on. So let's I guess get into it. So basically, like I said, Airport Terminal D. You're probably wondering, man, like, yo, I've never heard of you. You know, why should I listen to you, man, about drifting, you know, on like how to improve my score or get better at drifting? Well, 645,000, 51st in the world on the Crew 2. Not trying to sound cocky, but yeah. So basically, it kind of breaks down to slight skill based and basically RNG and luck, pretty much. Like, because obviously, you know, like once you rank up, you know, and like you spend your icon points, you're going to be wanting to go for hot hit and then like the slippery, you know, and also you'll be wanting to be looking for parts that have those two perks on it as well. Now skilled, I'm not sure if that affects drifting. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, but I could be wrong because it does say increased scoring in all point based skills, and to me drifting is a skill and it is point based. But like I said, for me personally, I really don't see a huge difference with or without it. So, but like I said, I could be wrong. Anyway, the parts that I do have on my vehicle, as you can see, like all gold parts, and yes, all of these do have the perk that increases my drift multiplier. Now, pretty much I'm just grinding out to see if I can get better parts that have I guess like a better number, you know, for like the maximum multiplier, and also, you know, try to find parts that have that, and then also the perk, you know, that increase the speed multiplier in the drift events as well. So like those are like the parts that you want to look for and put on your vehicles and whatnot. So like as far as my setting, traction control off, ESP off. Drift assist, I would not recommend it, turning it all the way down unless you want to feel like you're a professional drifter and like you're stupidly good at drifting. It is incredibly easy to like lose control of your car if you do that. For me personally, anywhere from about halfway to like all the way over to the right, and you know, it's pretty much tolerable. I'm guessing depending on the car. ABS, obviously I'll leave that all the way up, and then like the other settings I don't touch. That's just me. Now, I mean, there might be other people, you know, who go in, you know, like tweak every little thing on the car, but this is basically, you know, like, okay, you know, maybe for beginner or, you know, like intermediate drifters, you know, that are wondering, you're like, hey, how can I improve my score? How can I get better at drifting? Well, that's basically kind of what I want to touch on. Me personally, I would recommend the RX-7. In my opinion, it is one of the best drift cars in the game. But the Ford Focus is good in my opinion, and like also the Mustang I like. The Viper isn't too bad. For me personally, I do not like the 370Z. It handles weird, but I'm guessing there are people, you know, who can drift it. My friend Easy is pretty decent at drifting the 370. Me personally, I suck with it. I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, on to what y'all want. So basically, Airport Terminal D, and I'm gonna try. Really? Like, okay, that's great spawn there, man. Just pushed me all the way down the fucking street right there, you know. So You're probably wondering automatic or manual. That's pretty much user preference. I can drift with both. I just recommend, well, I prefer automatic on this game. I don't know why, because I mean with manual I'm pretty much just shifting to third and leaving it in third around the entire course, so it's like, what the point? But anyway, obviously like pretty much, man, like the closer you can drift to the outer wall, I'm guessing the higher score you're gonna get. But also, it's more likely that you're going to hit that wall and lose your combo. So me personally, I like to try and stick kind of to the center of the track. That way, you know, like I'm fairly far from hitting walls, but sometimes that is kind of hard to avoid, you know, because I mean it's drifting, you know, like basically you're intentionally like making your, like forcing your car to lose control, but controlling it. It's kind of weird to explain. But I would say, you know, like if you're trying to improve your scoring drifting, I would not worry too much on speed at first, okay? Like I would say try to clean your drifting up, okay? Like see how far you can get around the course without hitting anything would probably be my first tip for, you know, like anybody, you know, that's trying to improve their drift score, man. Like don't focus on speed, focus on clean drifting. You know, like, because if you have the parts to get that high combo up, that's going to help you score. Mine maxes out at 156 right now, so, you know, if I was trying, you know, to go like, okay, you know, be like, fuck it, I'm gonna send it, you know, and go balls out, you know, and, you know, like I'm just playing fucking pinball, you know, like bouncing from wall to wall, I'm not going to get, you know, a decent score. I mean, so that makes sense. So, I would say, first of all, you know, like try to focus on, you know, like cleaning your drifting up, you know, and like not hitting anything, and like trying to actually benefit, you know, from like whatever your multiplier goes up to. That would be, you know, something that I would definitely work on first. And then after that, you know, you can kind of, you know, like try increasing your speed, try putting, you know, your rear bumper closer to that outer wall, you know, to like get farther drifts in the corners. And then, you know, eventually you'll start seeing, you know, your score increase and whatnot like that. But main focus, I would say, you know, like obviously, you know, you want to have a decent enough speed to carry your drift to the corner, but at the same time you also, you know, want to drift at a I guess reasonable enough speed, you know, to where like, you know, like you can still control your car, if that makes sense. But yeah, pretty much, you know, like you know, I've heard YouTubers saying, you know, like this drifting isn't skill based, because, you know, like you get loot that actually like helps increase your score. Yes, that is true, man. Like there's a lot of RNG involved with how high your score is going to be, but at the same time, if you can't drift clean and you're fucking hitting everything, you know, you look like a dang rubber ball, you know, like, you know, just thrown into the wall in a hallway, you know, and you're just bouncing back and forth between walls, you're also not going to get very high score either, you know. So main thing that I could probably much, you know, just give to like any player, you know, is like, hey, how can I improve my drifting? Work on cleaning your drifting up, man. I mean, that's pretty much one of my top tips. That and just practice. I mean, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be on this course. There's plenty of mountain roads in this game. You know, go up there and drift them, you know, or just find like different areas, you know, where like you can just work on your drifting skills. You know, if there's other drift courses that you like better than this one. This is my favorite one. Then just practice on those courses, you know, just repetition, you know. Basically, the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. I mean, that's, you know, I mean, pretty much with anything, you know, practice makes perfect, you know. Like, I'm obviously not the best drifter on this game, but I mean, you know, I feel like I am fairly decent. shit. Oh man, I fucked up big time right there. Now see, that's what I'm talking about. You know, it's like little mistakes like that can cost you hugely. So you know, like that, I mean, definitely, you know, like practice makes perfect. And you'll see, man, just that one mistake, like how big of a difference it is in the score, you know. So like that's why I said, man, like you seen what my first score was. I put up, you know, 640, you know, and then, you know, just relatively clean, make one mistake and it can make a drastic change in what your overall score is. So definitely try to focus on cleaning, you know, like trying to clean that drifting up. I mean, that's one of the biggest points I can make. I mean, look at that, you know, almost over what, 200,000 point difference, you know, just from hitting the wall one time. You know, like that, it's it's crazy. It is crazy. So anyway, I hope this video was, you know, somewhat of help to you, and you know, just keep practicing, you know, keep working at it, you'll get better. You know, and like just basically play it, try to get better parts, because obviously the higher your multiplier you have, you know, the cleaner you can drift, the better scores you're gonna get. So I would just say play the game, try to get better parts, and just try to clean up your drifting, you know, like try to, you know, like avoid hitting the walls at all costs, because like I proved right there, man, like one mistake, just one like hit of the wall, man, like, and it pretty much just totally kills your scoring. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, you know, drop a like. If this video helped you out at all, you know, drop a like, and just yeah, stay tuned. You know, try to post more videos on, like, you know, other stuff and whatnot. But anyway, peace out.